Introduction. The Seljuk Empire was a Sunni Muslim empire that existed from the 11th to the 14th centuries. It was founded by the Seljuk Turks, a group of nomadic tribes from Central Asia who migrated to the Middle East in the 10th century. The Seljuk Empire was significant in Islamic history for its military conquests, patronage of Islamic culture, and its spread of Sunni Islam. It was also a key player in the First Crusade, where it helped to repel the Christian invaders. Despite its decline, the Seljuk Empire left a lasting impact on the Islamic world and served as a model for later Muslim empires such as the Ottoman Empire. In this video, we will explore the history of the Seljuk Empire, from its early origins to its eventual decline, and its lasting legacy in Islamic history. The Seljuk Turks were a group of nomadic tribes from Central Asia who migrated to the Middle East in the 10th century. The Seljuks were originally part of a larger Turkic confederation known as the Oghuz Turks. According to legend, the Seljuk Turks were descended from a mythical figure named Oghuz Khan, who was said to have founded the Oghuz Confederation. In the late 10th century, the Seljuk Turks began to migrate westward into Persia, where they encountered the Islamic world for the first time. At the time, Persia was ruled by the Shiite Buyid dynasty, who were in conflict with the Sunni Abbasid Caliphate. The Seljuks initially allied with the Buyids against the Abbasids, but later switched sides and helped the Abbasids to reclaim their authority. Under the leadership of Tughril Beg, the Seljuks became a powerful force in the Middle East. Tughril Beg was appointed as the Sultan of the Seljuk Empire in 1037 and went on to conquer much of Persia, including Baghdad, which was then the capital of the Abbasid Caliphate. Tughril Beg's conquest of Baghdad marked the beginning of Seljuk dominance in the Islamic world. The Seljuk Empire rose to prominence under the leadership of Tughril Beg, who established the Seljuk Empire in 1037. Tughril Beg was a skilled military leader, and under his leadership, the Seljuks conquered much of Persia and Iraq. One of the Seljuk Empire's key military victories was the Battle of Dandanakan in 1040, where the Seljuks defeated the Ghaznavid Empire, a rival Muslim empire that controlled much of eastern Iran and Afghanistan. This victory allowed the Seljuks to expand further into the region and consolidate their power. The Seljuks continued to expand their territory under the leadership of Tughril Beg's successors. The Seljuk Empire eventually came to encompass much of Iran, Iraq, and Syria. The Seljuks also extended their influence into Anatolia, modern-day Turkey, where they established the Sultanate of Rum. The Seljuk Empire played a significant role in the First Crusade. In 1096, the Crusaders launched an invasion of the Holy Land, which was then under the control of the Seljuk Empire. The Seljuks initially resisted the Crusaders, but were eventually defeated in the Battle of Dorylaeum in 1097. Despite this setback, the Seljuks continued to resist the Crusaders and helped to repel the invaders from the Holy Land. Overall, the Seljuk Empire's military victories and territorial expansion allowed it to become one of the most powerful empires in the Islamic world. The Seljuks were also known for their patronage of Islamic culture, which helped to promote the spread of Sunni Islam throughout the region. The Seljuk Empire began to decline in the 12th century due to a combination of factors. One of the main causes of the Seljuks' decline was internal conflict among the ruling dynasty. Succession disputes and power struggles weakened the Seljuk state and made it more vulnerable to external pressures. External pressures also contributed to the decline of the Seljuk Empire. The Seljuks faced constant threats from other powers, including the Crusaders and the Mongols. The Mongols, in particular, were a major threat to the Seljuk Empire. In the mid-13th century, the Mongols invaded the Seljuk Empire and conquered much of its territory. This invasion marked the beginning of the end for the Seljuk Empire. The Seljuk Empire also suffered from the fragmentation of its territory. As the Seljuk dynasty weakened, local rulers began to assert their independence and carve out their own states. The fragmentation of the Seljuk Empire made it more difficult for the dynasty to maintain control over its territory and contributed to its eventual collapse. By the 14th century, the Seljuk Empire had collapsed entirely, and its territory was divided among various successor states. The Sultanate of Rum, which had been established in Anatolia, continued to exist until the 14th century, when it was conquered by the rising Ottoman Empire. Despite its decline, the Seljuk Empire left a lasting legacy in Islamic history. The Seljuks played a significant role in the spread of Sunni Islam and the promotion of Islamic culture. Their military conquests and patronage of the arts helped to shape the Islamic world in the centuries that followed. The Seljuk Empire had a lasting impact on the Islamic world, both in terms of the spread of Sunni Islam and the influence of Seljuk culture. The Seljuks were known for their patronage of Islamic art and architecture, which helped to shape the aesthetics of the Islamic world. The Seljuk Empire also played a significant role in the spread of Sunni Islam, as the Seljuks were Sunni Muslims and promoted the spread of their faith throughout the regions they conquered. The Seljuk Empire also had an influence on later Muslim empires, such as the Ottoman Empire. The Ottomans, who emerged in the 14th century, were influenced by Seljuk culture and adopted many of the Seljuk Empire's political and cultural practices. For example, the Ottomans adopted the Seljuk practice of using court poets and artists to celebrate the glory of their empire. Today, many sites and structures from the Seljuk era still exist in modern-day Turkey and Iran. These sites serve as important historical and cultural landmarks, and many have been preserved and restored over the years. In Turkey, the Seljuk-era mosque and madrasa in Konya, known as the Mevlana Museum, is a major tourist attraction and a testament to the Seljuks' contributions to Islamic art and architecture. In Iran, the Seljuk-era Bam Citadel is another important site that has been preserved and restored. The citadel, which dates back to the 11th century, was a major fortification during the Seljuk period and served as an important trade center. Today, the Bam Citadel is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and a symbol of the Seljuks' influence on Iranian history and culture. Overall, the Seljuk Empire's lasting impact on the Islamic world can still be seen today in the region's art, architecture, and culture. The Seljuks played a significant role in shaping the Islamic world, and their legacy continues to be celebrated and studied by scholars and historians alike. The Seljuk Empire was a powerful and influential Muslim state that emerged in the 11th century and played a significant role in shaping the Islamic world. The Seljuks originated from Central Asia and migrated to the Middle East, where they established their empire and embarked on a series of military conquests that brought them control over key territories, including Iran, Iraq, and Syria. Under the leadership of Tughril Beg, the Seljuk Empire reached the height of its power and became a major force in the region. The Seljuks were known for their patronage of Islamic art and architecture, and their influence can still be seen today in the region's cultural landmarks and sites. However, the Seljuk Empire's decline began in the 12th century, due to a combination of factors, including internal conflict and external pressures from other powers, such as the Crusaders and the Mongols. The Seljuk Empire eventually fragmented and collapsed, but its legacy continued to be felt in the region's history and culture. In conclusion, the Seljuk Empire was a significant chapter in Islamic history, and its impact can still be seen today in the region's art, architecture, and culture. The Seljuks played a major role in the spread of Sunni Islam and the promotion of Islamic culture, and their influence can be seen in later Muslim empires, such as the Ottomans. The Seljuk Empire's rise and fall offer insights into the complexities of power, politics, and culture in the Middle East, and its legacy continues to be studied and celebrated by scholars and historians around the world. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more like it, please hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. And if you found this information informative, please consider liking and sharing this video with your friends and family. Your support helps us continue to bring you the best content on history and beyond. Thank you for watching.